So Riis, I'm back. I'm gonna try and get out of this thing. I'm gonna see if it's the box, right? And we're gonna go direct to the pad. We got enough time to make it through. So I'll see if the time lasts, and maybe that's it. But Riis, so the challenge becomes, the question I have is, did the mayor use black press as a shield a year ago to protect her from white reporters who were going to probably bear down on her? Because at that time, that's when all those emails were being released. Do you think that she used the black media as a shield, or do you think she was genuinely concerned about black media getting opportunities? Because I don't know.
You said it's been a year, right?
Mm-hmm.
How many black networks has she been on?
Well, I don't know. Has she gone to the Black Podcast Studios? Maybe she went to Bronzeville Podcast.
I don't know, but all you got to do is if somebody says something, then just look at her track record. You said it was a year ago from the day, so she said that she wanted to emphasize on African American networks and whatnot. Did she use the people of color method, or did she actually reach out to African Americans? So that's what I say. I say look at her recent interviews. I know you showed her like a bus for New York or something like that, but I haven't seen her do any like interviews for like black networks.
So do you think that's wrong? Okay, I'm sitting here with you. I know it's going crazy. Thank you. Right, fam? It's like, I know. So my question becomes, Riis, does the mayor, did she play us again? Like, what does the mayor have to do to demonstrate her commitment to the black community? And maybe she's already done it. But I think the challenge that I find for us as black media oftentimes is that we don't have the option of actually being black media and asking the questions. Either, did we go again? Either it's the expectation that we as black people in black media are either complicit and compliant, and if you don't write the story the way that the outlets want you to write the story, then a lot of times then you don't qualify for the financial benefit. Right? Like, how many times are we, like, if we do investigative reporting, Riis, the reality is if we do investigative reporting, then the reality is then we become looked at as haters. Check this out. And then it creates a blurred line. Do y'all realize that because we don't necessarily ask, how do I put this without being disrespectful? I feel like the investigative component of black journalism is not necessarily fully developed. And if you explore the investigative part of journalism that would impact black people, then you would be considered a hater. Let me give you an example. I, Maze Jackson, am a lobbyist, right? I put the game on the radio and then on social media that now has a lot of people asking questions governmentally. Probably questions that should have been asked well before I came along. So I put you up on the game on my profession because we don't a lot of times investigate the how or why. So I started talking about the how and why things happen. Now, because we don't necessarily have that development, that part of our journalism developed, I am penalized for putting you up on my game. Does that make sense? Because we don't necessarily have in the journalistic space black people who understand. Because we are more dependent on the ads than the sales of the product, oftentimes we are vehicles of information only that tells us positive, if that makes sense. So I feel like a lot of times what happened here was I kind of got put up on game and then I got put up on my game as I learned my game, which is lobbying. I started to share the information that I learned instead of keeping it secret because I recognized how it was negatively impacting our community. Not that I didn't want to be a lobbyist, but really recognizing that I wanted to be in the power player position and recognizing where it was. And so I started telling you about it. But my primary job is not that of a journalist. My primary job is that of a lobbyist. So if our one component of us was fully developed, then I don't mind answering questions to black people about what I do as it relates to that. But I don't know how to explain the conundrum that we're in. If you tell the truth, not that people don't tell the truth, but if you get down to the nitty-gritty, then you then become a hater. And then you're iced out of the economic component. But if you're 2579, the Better Government Association, right, you can be financed by wealthy people who can determine what stories they want to have. So when the mayor did that last year, I feel like it's the reason why y'all already know she's never going to come on the Mace Jackson show. Because I'm going to ask about the bridges. I got many questions for black people. But if you ask those questions, right, people will say, oh, you're a hater. No, this significantly impacted our community. But if you ask the tough questions, right, and then we take points in taking the tough questions, it's just a conundrum. And I was just thinking a year ago, I thought many more black news outlets, opportunities, would have had the opportunity to talk to the mayor. I never thought that I would talk to him. Because Karen, the media consultant, is like, oh, stay away from Mace Jackson. But that is a whole nother story. Help me understand, guys. How do we play this game, right? I don't want to, again, think about this, guys. Every time I come on this show and I'm not a journalist, as an opinionated person who tells what I've seen behind the scenes, it does me no good on the side of my profession. Who asked the black lobbyists what happened? Who asked the black elected officials what happens? And you won't get no love if you don't kiss ass. And I'm not saying we kiss, but I'm saying You ever seen an ad for any state, county, city program that they want black people to know about? Can we honestly say that this platform isn't at least one of the biggest? Look, Joe, I'm watching people with 12 views getting ads and sponsorships and, right? I'm not tripping. But ain't nobody gonna say, yo, this just happened. Anyway, it's the Mace Jackson Show. Riis, we're going to take a quick break, and then when we come back, I want to talk about transitions. I don't know if you saw this thing with, and give us a call, 872-259-7474. I do wonder, like, where do we get the in-depth, right? Like, I feel like I get beat down for the game I put you up on. If I never say anything about a lobbyist, right? Think about the people that went to us on who went with us to Springfield. And I took you to the third rail and I said, this is where it all goes down. Remember when I stopped and I introduced y'all and I was like, this is the most popular, the most powerful black lobbyist that has affected your life that you have no clue about. That's not my job. My job is to be on that rail. And you're supposed to be asking me the question. But because we don't even really have the questions to ask, because if I ask the questions, I'm not going to be able to make money. Think I get to ask comment for real? What happened? And expect to be on the ad buy? Like, I stopped coming because it's like I'm used to be to ask the tough questions. Maze, go ahead, walk the plank. You ask. And then, I never, man, who asked the tough? This isn't my job, right? I'm not trying to be funny, but it's like this whole awakeness of politicalness. 6 years ago, we was talking about Harold Washington. Wasn't nobody never talking about no lobbyists. Just saying. It's like our roles are so, and then I'm disliked by the people in the other space, cause why? It's the Mace Jackson Show. Look, y'all, we're gonna take a quick break and then we're gonna be back after these messages. I'm gonna take your call. Matter of fact, I'll take the caller now. Caller, you on the Mace Jackson Show. What's up? How do, like, black folks, we get stuck in this media space because if you don't tell good stories, then you get cut out of the other side. And it's supposed to be a wall between the advertising side and the editorial side, but it doesn't seem to exist oftentimes with the black media. Talk to me, caller.
What's going on, bro? What's up, Riis? What's up, man? What's going on with it, though?
Congratulations, dog. Hey, this is Devo, second time re-elected. Look, hey, man, we going to start talking about term limits. We going to term limit you, dog. You're winning too much.
Hey, man, let me tell y'all about Black People One and how we groom the right candidates for the right jobs, and we put people in positions to be successful. So, like I told y'all, yesterday's price ain't today's price. I won, Ruthie won, Lori, we gonna back Lori, so Lori wins. Hey, man, we taking over. I'm telling y'all, bro. Hey, man, shout out to you, dog. Shout out to you for sharing the knowledge and giving people the confidence to stand in what they want to do and be unapologetically black, man. You know what I'm saying? And, man, Good News Friday, we launched the Southeast chapter Facebook page. So if you Southeast, hey, man, join up, hit me up, man, so we can put you in there. And then I'm looking for people in the 3rd and 4th wards so we can roll out, and then people on the west side, man. Church on the move, bro.
Hey, that is what I'm talking about. Look at black people first. We in a short amount of time, we're going to have the most black elected officials in our organization. Look, y'all out there floating around.
Tell them.
Like y'all, for those of y'all that's looking for a home, if you ain't got a political home,
there you go.
Need a place to be, come to us. Like, I'm looking around, I'm seeing y'all, I'm seeing people having challenges getting on the ballot. I'm seeing that the world is changing. Come to Black People First and get with us, man, because I'm telling you, it's going down. So I appreciate you, Devo. I'm super proud of you. Go ahead.
Yeah, man, but just on the media thing, WIIFTBP media is the media. Like that's where we should be going. That's where those advertising dollars should be going. And, they intentionally freeze you out. But like you just said, at some point, you ain't going to be able to get around, bro. You know what I'm saying? So the reach is expanding. The audience is growing. The vision is expanding. You know what I'm saying? So at some point, they're not going to be able to deny us. And it is what it is. It's a wonderful day. It's a beautiful, rainy, drippy Friday. Winners win. And that's like I said, bro, y'all laughed at first. Y'all mocked us. Y'all marginalized us. But we putting points on the board.
Say that. Points on the board, dog. Points on the board. That's right. Black People First. That is our re-elected school board LSC chair, Devin Gordine. Shout out to my girl, Ruthie Moore. Shout out to, hey, y'all, we going to knock on doors for Lori K. Westerfield, too, because we going to get that one, too. It's the Maze Jackson Show. Let's take a quick break. When we come back, I want to talk about transitions. Also, Riis, 8 o'clock. Tennille got me on this yesterday because I was talking about what we don't got. Today, I do want to talk about what is the best of Black Chicago. People, places, and things. Where are the opportunities? What are we missing? What do we need to be take advantage of the new Chicago that is being built? Look, y'all, we'll talk about it when we come back. It's the Maze Jackson Show.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break. Maze Jackson.
Tune in to the Maze Jackson Show every day, Monday through Friday from 6 to 9 a.m., where you can catch us on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook Live. Plus, from 6:30 to 8, you can get us on WBGX 1570 a.m. That's right, it's the Maze Jackson Show, where every single day we ask the question, what's in it for the Black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them. Maze said, we out of here. Peace.
The skin of men fit me fine, tailor-made, yeah, I'm comfortable. And so it seems I'm still chasing my dreams. They told me, watch my steps, they want to pull the rug from under you. This is transparency, my life 3D. You feel every word that I utter, reporting live from the gutter. Where the mind's hard to change, but we don't give up on our brothers and sisters. Cause we all need one another. The time's getting closer, revolution, feel it coming. I can smell it in the air. Inhale it, let it embody you. Because chances are the cops pull you over, they body you. Plus we don't trust each other, so it's just another obstacle. Why jump hurdles to make a change? It ain't optional. Olympian mindset in this booth with my binoculars. I see my vision getting clear. Justice what a prophet do. My music touch the people's soul. Black power gospel tunes. So many styles, watch me kick them like they soccer moves. Falling rank and file, this is my platoon. Soldiers at attention, ain't no Willie lynching. This the program. Who they think they kidding? Reinvent the system. Total reconstruction of our mental stigma. This ain't a game, boy. Still they think I'm talking about Nintendo. That's a shame, boy. Augment reality. Better fix your brain, boy. I love my people, hope they love me black. I'm going hard and ain't no holding back. Watch me react. I put my fist up in the skies like a beacon for believers that one day we return to our greatest sin. We seek it all the glory we can obtain it. Keep reaching, keep reaching. I'm painting this picture. I hope you see it. Just what the thing is. I love being black. We turning up. I love being black. Say it loud, man. I love being black. One more time. I love being black. Hey, hey, hey. Well, how about you? Done seen these tunes too? Customize for you a little something you can grow to. Feeling good about yourself. Melanated mood muse. Always service humble pie. We don't care about who's who. Light brown or dark skin. This right here's for you too. We are the gods of the earth. Living proof truth. Say it loud if you black and proud. I salute you and that's a fact. Where you at? Let me hear you say it back. I love being black. We turning up. I love being black. Say it loud. Man, I love being black. gon' chase it or just settle for complacency? Here's your motivation, black power in your veins. Up to us to build a nation. European mental detox completely we erase it. You can't keep fighting over old information. Probably bring it right back if you love being black. I love being black. We turning up. I love being black. Say it loud, man. I love being black. One more time. I love being black. Hey. I do this for my people all across the map. Easy for the ones who don't identify with being black. Hebrews the best elixir. Go ahead and try your best. It's truth serum, I let loose spirits. The ancestors speak to me. I spit the truth. Hear it. You hear it. Souls here to re-engineer them so that they fearless. This pressure's atmospheric as the hell is spinning. Trying to strategize a way so we can start winning. It begins with pride of yourself. Embracing this feeling. Say no new friends. That's what happened to the village. Too much individualism. It's easier to pillage. I'm just making this appearance for coherence so you can understand what we up against. Hit the reset button, switch covenants. It's my contract to the people that I'm publishing. It's a new era, hood to hood, feel the power, and I'm loving it. Turn up, neck turn up. Strap with the black burner. Murder. You sleeping and I shoot up the server. Corrupt the service after 5, man, it's time to purge them. We waking up and that's what got them nervous. I love being black.
You are listening to the Maze Jackson Show, and I do love being black. Hey man, sometimes like you ever like a song and you don't really listen to the words. You just be like, you like the chorus, and you be like, hold on, the dude say hit the reset button, and straight up, even for the Moors who don't even consider themselves black, like go ahead. I love being black. Hey. Shout out to New Era Chicago. Rolled out on the Springfield trip. Speaking of Springfield, lots going down in Springfield, shaking and baking. But I want to call, so this is another example of Maze Jackson telling you the story that I probably shouldn't tell you. Then you'll be mad a week later because I told you how it works. So do you want me to stop telling you what's going on? Or should I stop and just, maybe I should just stop. I think I'll just stop telling y'all what's going on, and I'll leave it to y'all to figure it out. And then, everybody who figured it out because I told them in the morning then you I just don't know how to explain it to you. Because I feel like, Riis, honestly, I'm starting to feel like the show is harmful to my way of life. Because I equip you with too much knowledge that nobody's really going to tell you. And then it's like you want to spring the trap on me when it's the traps to be sprung. But I'm just one more time. I'm gonna give y'all some game, and then I'm gonna stop giving y'all game. Then I'm gonna just, I'm gonna do the press release game. Riis, there was a story in the front page of the paper that talks about the fact that two state senators in Springfield, Senator Tony Munoz and Senator Steve Landek, have decided that they are going to retire. Now, the paper is alleging that they are going to retire because, Riis, of their connections to Speaker Madigan and the federal issues that are going on right now. And I think that that's typically the story, the track that I would take. And I'd be like, oh, Madigan, da, da. Well, I feel like the Madigan thing is coming down. And so now I think we got to learn the life lessons. Because can I tell you something? Dude built the most formidable political war machine in the history of Illinois. And whether you love, hate, or somewhere in between, there's a lot to learn that I don't think that we've been privy to. So, I want to point to you to the story of Senator Tony Munoz and Senator Steve Landek, who both decided that they will not come back they are not going to run for re-election in June. I mean, they're not going to run for re-election in June. Similarly, Riis, Congressman Bobby Rush, who has almost the same amount of time as both of those guys, decided that he wasn't going to run for Congress. Now, Riis, this is not from the position of black people. This is from the position of political power and continuity. Can I make that clear? I want to be clear. I want us to learn the political lesson, because as black people first grows, right, there's a lesson here that we need to learn. Riis, when Bobby Rush announced that he wasn't running, he announced it at the beginning of the year. And it set off a firestorm that made almost 23 people enter the race. I think there are 17 now. Riis, the odds are that his candidate has a 1 in 17 chance of winning. Now, this is a political lesson, not a black people lesson. Same time, they all arrived in their respective places at the same time. Bobby Rush announces that he's not going to run again in January, and it sets off a firestorm. And instead of him being able to appoint his successor or anoint his successor, Karen Norrington Reeves, he has now put her at a place where she has to fight and run against 17 different people. And now even so much so that it has drawn some very formidable candidates into the race that are well-funded, high name recognition, even so much so that he has almost, by announcing early, put his candidate at a disadvantage. Does that make sense? If y'all get that. So Bobby Rush announces he wants to appoint his successor, but because of when and how he announces, he attracts a race of 17 people. Now, I want you to take a line, and let's say that that's the South Side. I want you to draw a line, and let's say 79th Street. Nope, let's say 83rd Street. I want you to drive down 83rd Street west, all the way White West. You know, like when you get past Cicero and all that stuff. Same district, same people. Riis, Senator Tony Munoz, Senator Steve Landek, both also have decided that they want to retire. Riis, what do? They keep their mouths shut. They tell their successors to get on the ballot. They help their planned successors get on the ballot. All the time, only insiders recognizing that the two successors that are on the ballot, the challengers to the status quo, are actually members of their organizations. So Senator Munoz, Senator Landek find themselves mysteriously with competition who, after the coast is clear, step down, announce that they will not be running again, will withdraw from the ballot, leaving their successors unopposed to replace them. Do y'all see how that just happened? Do you see the difference in how the black folks did it and how the white folks did it? Now, some of us would argue on the black side, and I would tell you that I'm okay with this, but it's because we have no real organization politically to have a succession plan. And if there was a succession plan, right, there would be people on our bench waiting in the wings to go. So you wouldn't say there, so our young people wouldn't be wandering around deciding that they're going to start at Congress, because there was a path and they were developed. Riis, the chief of staff, Steve Landek's chief of staff, is now running to replace him. Guess what? Steve Landek don't have to be there to see what Steve Landek wants to happen. Why? Because I put you there. And thus, you have a chain of loyalty. Now, we don't have that, but that's also because we do not have a black political infrastructure. So what you see is that happening in local elections where people are looking to protect their own. But don't you think, should Bobby Rush have had the ability to determine our political future without checking in with nobody? Like, what is our political hierarchy in Chicago, in Illinois? Like, who does anybody got to tap in with to make sure that they don't, even in the succession plan? Okay, so that, my friends, was political game that I'm probably not supposed to tell you. But it goes to our political training, I'm not saying that we don't understand succession, but we got a lot of people who obviously don't. Riis, if Bobby Rush wanted Karen Norrington Reeves to be the candidate, guess what he should have done?
Said it.
He should have not said nothing. He should have had her file. All those other people would have been challenged. They would have said, man, I can't beat Bobby Rush. They would have dropped out. Then after they drop out, he drops out, leaving her unopposed, or to run against Jamal Cole and Kirby. But instead, he announced, because, he wanted I'm not going to say what he wanted. By announcing early, he gave up the plan, thinking that, we was just going to honor the fact, like when you assume that people going to respect you and they don't. And so he just assumed that I'm going to appoint you haven't built the Madigan type deal where Madigan says, this is who I want. And because our political operation has been fractured on the South Side, everybody else and their mama can jump in and say, man, I got a 1 in 17 chance. I could be taking a crapshoot with our political future. Not to be against any single person, but like, how many people are completely disconnected from politics? Completely. With no experience. And I'm not saying that you got to have but like, fam, you ain't even worked in politics and you starting at the top. Like, there's no sense of, because there is no pathway, because you can't be, I told you, it's hard for a black dude to join the Democratic Party because you see yourself bent over with no long-term outcomes. And then you watch white guys be like, man. And you watch and you see that for a lot of times with the white guys, they provide a way for their guys in the future to achieve their goals. A lot of times we find ourselves protecting. I don't even go there. Look, y'all, it's the Mayor Jackson Show. I guess my question is, where is our political acumen? Let me give you another example of this. This is Dorothy Brown walking away from the slot and leaving none of us any option. Right? This is Andre Tapetti walking away from the slot, leaving with no allegiance to anybody, just saying, I'll leave it up for grabs. F all y'all. Now, there's no political operation necessarily for them to leave it to, but do you see how, so now we starting all over politically. No political continuity. Like, who's the see, like, and then because there's no political operation, everybody feel like, well, shoot, I'm as smart as that Negro over there. I ain't gotta walk a precinct. Knock on the door, work my way up. Man, I got a bigger social media following than all these. And so guess what we do? And we'll start all over from the gear. I put Jesse White in that spot too. It's the Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back after these messages.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break.
Reach the ruler. This is weak hoe win. Broken screen, crash system. Are you in need of spyware or virus removal from your computer? Well, contact RPC Computer Repair in South Shore and let us help you with all your computer repair services and print needs. Need office or print production services, copies, scans, fax, or even notary service? Then stop by and support RPC Computer Repair and Print Shop located 1741 East 71st Street in the 71st Street corridor, newly revitalized South Shore areas, and let RPC be your one-stop shop, where we believe RPC is your PC. RPC Computer Repair is also a UPS access point where you can drop off and pick up your important packages. So let RPC be of service to you. Call RPC Computer Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. through 6 p.m. at 773-966-4457. That's 773-966-4457. Visit RPC at rpccomputeringinc.com for more information.
Today, the Biden administration is releasing what it calls a new strategy to fight domestic terrorism. Following a 100-day review, federal officials are now laying out a new plan hoping to deter, detect, and prosecute domestic terror.
They went to the Capitol waving their flags and looking for smoke. He was out there looking for justice. They was over there looking for votes. Ashley Babbitt was with him and told all the people that nothing could stop us. She climbed through the Capitol window, breached security, and called a shot, bro. The media say she a veteran. They paint the picture to make her look greater, but she disrespected the same country that she served. That makes her a traitor. They was fighting police, resisting arrest. On God, I couldn't believe it. I guess blue lives only tend to really matter when it's convenient. Hey, these are the times we witness in history, all because they didn't get a victory. United States is so contradictory. We get equal rights, that's a mystery. Politicians, they more like magicians. You know they got tricks up their sleeve. We point out the flaws that's up in this country. You know they gon' tell us to leave. Somebody try to help me understand it. Always seems like a double standard. They be out here leaving us empty-handed to certain rights we are not granted. The media is the culprit when it comes to the comparison. Cause when it comes to race, they always changing up the narratives. Terrorism. They say you a patriot, call you a hero. I call it terrorism. And that's on the real. You know what we know, I say it's terrorism. They say you a patriot, call you a hero. I call it terrorism. And that's on the real. You know what we know, I say it's terrorism. They say you a patriot, call you a hero. I call it terrorism. And that's on the real. You know what we know, I say it's terrorism. They say you a patriot, call you a hero. I call it terrorism. We still out here trying to get our reparations, but the government pump faking out here hesitating. I'm out here trying to keep my peace, so I keep meditating. The media make us look bad, they taint our reputation. Look, it's so sad, it's so sad that COVID causing toe tags. You claim you so patriotic, but you ain't wearing no mask. You out here wildin' with your MAGA flags and showing your ass. You wanna be part of some type of revolution so bad. Look, you talk revolution and constitutional rights, homie. I guess we forgot about back in the days when all of the business was whites only. Yeah, George Floyd got justice. Juneteenth got much respect. They made it a national holiday. Man, it's all good, but cut the check. They're giving out all of these vaccines, putting it in you like caffeine. Was it all in the part of the plan? I bet money like DraftKings. It's land of the free, home of the brave. 1776, we wasn't free till 1865, so we wasn't part of that shit. And that there's terrorism. 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 Terrorism.
Back to the Maze Jackson Show. You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
For Ruthie Moore, for Todd Stroger, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Maze said, Mayor Lightfoot, man, we ain't accepting that. We ain't accepting that.
Let's go. Yeah. Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts. Mayor Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Mama Manuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happened in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you can put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gon' sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System, the milk is so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System, the milk is so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to send it. We need some different players in the game to handle business. Too many shady characters like Madigan and Blago. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA gets spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steal on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let us give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And I'm concealed carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System, the milk is so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System, the milk is so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks.
Wake up, Chicago! Oh, wake up, world. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Riis, I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. I am in this space where you gotta pick. You gotta pick. Picking a lot of different things. And it's like I was just thinking about my livelihood, and just how I got to where I am and kind of how I sit here. And I was just thinking, like, you could get cooked no matter what you do. It's like they're not gonna love you whether you could give it all away. You could not. And it's like, how much difference do you actually make? I think I'll put you up on a lot of game. Maybe too much sometimes. But I am grateful that you can read and see. I think as I look at kind of what my mission has been over this time, I think I've given enough hammers for people to dismantle, to pick apart, to break. But you've heard me say this before. I want to build, not break. And so I think I want to start to use my information base now to build. We got enough breakers. A lot of people. You know what I'm saying? I think now we got to start to learn nuance. I think we got to start to operate. I got to start operating with a scalpel, not a machete. Because I think at least in the space that I've been able to reach, right? I don't know that I can get much further outside of this group on air. Because you can't take pieces and parts of me and pick and choose. It's like I'm a complete, well-rounded person who, like, I do feel like I've put a lot out to watch people tell me I should have starved. Right? And some of the things that I saw happen from who I saw it happen from last week, in spite of everything, yeah, y'all made me know. I share too much. I share too much information. And so I'm not going to give you the gun to shoot me with. So we're going to start talking about some more lighthearted stuff. But I do want you to, I hope that you will find your way to the Black People First meetings. And you can learn the nuances of this political game that we are playing. Because we got some stuff to do. We got some things to accomplish. My man Devin said we put some points on the board. We want to keep on putting points on the board. Shout out to my brother Edward Muhammad, who was our first black elected official from WIIFTBP. Shout out to Ruthie. Shout out to Devin. Shout out to Lori K. Westerfield, who about to have us knocking on doors, dragging people out because we want to see her get over the top too. But I wanted to talk about kind of the best of Black Chicago this time. Because yesterday I was lamenting all of the things that were gone, but I was also thinking, Riis, you ever been somewhere and looked at something so long that you can't see the beauty in it no more? I remember when I used to drive back and forth to Champaign. There was a time when I was driving back and forth to Champaign. Like when I first was going to college, man, that was an exciting trip. I was looking at everything, the cornfields and everything, and I'd know the mile markers, and it was a wonderful time. And then as I got used to going back and forth, I started not only to take the trip for granted, I started to sometimes dislike the trip. Be like, can we just get there? I'm tired of talking about it. I'm tired of driving. I know it's only an hour and a half, but golly, now I'm counting every single minute on this hour and a half. And so sometimes you can't anymore see the beauty in that trip. And then, Riis, I remember one day I was leaving Springfield and I decided I was going to go to Champaign and come up the other way. Stopped by, saw my man Derek Helm, went and picked me up some barbecue from Lil Porky, saw my man Jesse K, jumped on the road. My cousin was with me though. And so I was riding with my cousin. That trip that I had no longer enjoyed for all those years, I just said, let me get there, started to open up to me again. It was like I hadn't seen, like there was things that I had never noticed. The sky, like the corn, right? Now my cousin was kicking it. But it was like, and I would always get in the car and just drive fast to get there and never just enjoy the ride. And sometimes I think we as Black Chicagoans have gotten there. Black Chicagoans via Bolingbrook, Black Chicagoans who have been here all of our lives, who have seen it change, don't see the opportunities that new people see. You know how when we go somewhere else and we get off the plane, we be like, man, this sweet. When I was talking about Chicago, people getting off the plane in Chicago and saying it's sweet, it may not always be a bad thing. So my question becomes, are we going to, and I had a good one. How did I say it? I said, Will we be built in or built out? Will Black Chicago be built into the new Chicago that is being built, or will we be built out? I was watching Chicago tonight, and they was talking about the development that Apostolic was going to do on their 8 acres of land. Riis, do you know with 8 acres of land, you can build the most luxurious towers, etc. But I don't think that we ever see ourselves in it. So whenever we see something built, we see something built. We see ourselves being built out of. So I want to know, because I was thinking, Riis, and Tennille hit me up to, like, there's a lot of people that aren't upset with the mayor. I don't think I'm not going to not be in that bucket. I'm going to stay in that bucket. But I was thinking, okay, so Bronzeville Winery is opening up, right? What's that place? What's the daiquiri bar you talked about?
S2 Grill.
Right? There are new visions of Chicago happening, or people deciding that they are going to take advantage of this new invigoration. And yesterday we was talking about being moved off the land, but Riis, how do we take advantage of the new Black Chicago that is clearly coming? How do we stop ourselves? I've always said I'm okay with gentrification as long as I ain't got to leave. I want the better stuff, but it often means that when better stuff comes, it means that we don't get it. Now, I got to ask you, though, Riis, because I don't always know. Riis, why is it different at the Walmart on 47th and the Walmart in Bolingbrook? Riis, why is it that at my Walgreens, where the prices are cheaper, more stuff is behind the glass? Like, I got to get some deodorant, to get some soap, I got to buzz somebody? Which also says to me sometimes we be down so bad. But the question becomes, Riis, how do we build ourselves in? Riis, why is it that when you have the opportunity to shop outside of your neighborhood, you do? How do we, what is the best of Black Chicago? Because I'm telling you, Black Chicago is happening. I was just thinking about this. Riis, you been to the Stony Island Arts Bank?
Never.
Man, it's funny because Riis doing work with a developer. They look at our neighborhood and see opportunity. We look at our neighborhood and be like, man, that's the dope spot. They be like, man, if I could knock that down and collect 3 or 4 more parcels, I could build a skyscraper up in the top of the air and make this. Riis, how do we get to that point? How do we get to the point where we see all of the things coming to Chicago? Like, I don't know. I think my mind is wrapped around Black Chicago, and I'm wondering, does it have to be unwrapped? Am I so Chicago that I can't imagine a diverse community? Like, when other people move to Chicago, Black people, they see all the dopeness. They be like, man, I'm going. Like, if you in the West Loop, bro, them Black people that's like, y'all know I came from, right? They got a whole different perception of what it means to be Black in Chicago. I think we've been programmed to be segregated instead of separated. And so I want to know, what is the best of Black Chicago? People, places, and things. Give us a call, 872-259-7474. Brag on Black Chicago. Give me a Black Chicago brag. Now, y'all can call me up all the time and snap. But give me a Black Chicago brag. Like, I'm gonna brag for you, Riis. Ooh, sweet tea. Now that I done learned about it, I done seen people tagging and I seen that brother at the Power Weekend conference. And I see that as a brother taking advantage. I look at places like Peaches on 47th Street and Blanc, and how do we connect all of those places? How do I get out of the mindset of what we don't have as compared to what we do have? What is the best about us? I think sometimes we've taken pride. Riis, I think sometimes we take pride in being down. Like it's almost like the felony thing. Like once you've resigned yourself to being then you be like the best F you got. I think I often go to, say I'm sitting in Parlor Pizza. And it's usually 2 or 3 black people at the joint. They don't be having no problems. And you be like, what made them come here? Not because they not welcome, but you ever go places and you be like, it's 3 or 4 black people there they all into it. They know what they doing. They kick it on, etc. I feel like there's so much of Chicago that I don't know about. And I don't know that have I become so extra black that I almost can't see it? You ever seen a piece of paper on the floor, you walk past it every day to a point where you don't ever see it no more? It just be there. It's just like a part of the landscape. Like when we drive through our neighborhoods and see abandoned buildings, we think that that's the way it's supposed to be. Instead of when the white guy or the other guy who ain't from Chicago, who ain't had all of the stuff that we've got packed in, sees that and says, I'm going to turn that into the Stony Island Arts Bank. And we be like, what is new? So I want you to tell me about the best of Black Chicago. If you could brag on Chicago, what would you brag on? Give us a call, 872-259-7474. If you could brag on Chicago, what would you brag on? Caller, you on the Maze Jackson Show. Hello, caller?
Hey, caller, this is Othello from Houston. How you doing, sir?
All right, this who?
Othello from Houston.
What up, Othello? This is my man, Othello Isaacs, the big 7-foot dunker. We go all the way back to the Brown station wagon, calling us all the way from Houston, Texas, man. I'm going to be down there after June 28th. So, Othello, what's up, man? Talk to me. You listen to us in Houston, man?
Listen, man, this is the point that your topic resonates because the talent base is so strong in the city. I have an idea of what Black Chicago could exemplify.
Talk to me.
Now, clearly, we have information issues. There needs to be more information disseminated that this can be a attraction. This could be a tourist attraction. I was just thinking about the reasons why I revisit. I moved to Houston 14 years ago. Native Chicagoan, love the city. Not selling out, not forgetting where I came from, torn by the crime that I occasionally see on the headlines. But to answer your question, I'll say the main way is to highlight and to get a concentrated area of, I would say, our cuisine. Because the arts is kind of spotty. Not everybody's going to go for spoken word. Not everyone's going to go for paintings. Sports, not really. You can't quantify that because there's going to be different cultures on the team. But in terms of our concentrated strength, it could be an enclave of hair places. We also have a strong hair base. There's an incredible talent base. As a licensed barber, I would like to say there's an incredible talent base of stylists and barbers in the city. We could highlight that. But I think the cuisine is the easiest way because there's a place here in Houston that sells a certain
turkey leg,
certain meat. Yeah. And they're blowing up. And there's so many great cooks in Chicago. There's so many I mean, I can name off a spiel of restaurants, but thank you for giving me the time to talk about it. But I just think it's just let's look at the positive. We can't look at the news wants us to only look at the bad, and so we can't look at the gold mine, like you said, that the other cultures are overlooking. There's a Polish neighborhood that has great food. There's a Chinese neighborhood in Chicago that has great food. Why don't we have a African American one that has the same talent base? You know,
I mean, I think that's a good one. Shout out to 47th Street. Thank you, Othello, for calling all the way from Houston. That's way international, boy. We worldwide. But ain't it 47th Street? 47th Street, right there where Two Fish is, where soups and salads. It's right down that strip. Yeah, like, I do think that would be dope. They gotta have some drinks though. Yeah, I remember when 87th Street used to be the bar strip. In Stony, it would be 87th. You could go up there, it'd be artists and all of them, and then you go on Stony Island. It was like, what's the best of Black Chicago? Chicago's best, Black. If you could put 3 things on the best Black things about Black Chicago, I gotta put like the summer. You gotta put like say Chosen Few. That's a no-brainer. But the Darren Warren Woods on the weekend, right? Pull up your chest, Greek weekend, every other, right? 4 yards banging, 3 yards banging. You gotta say Truth sitting on the patio. You gotta say Peaches, right? You gotta say what they've done on 47th Street with that vision of putting in Blanc Art Gallery. Soon Obsidian. But what is the best of Black Chicago? And how do we secure our bag in the future? Regardless of what the census says, regardless of all that other stuff. If it's like y'all say we all we got, how do we take all we got, package it and monetize it and make it a commodity? Because everybody want to buy Black culture. And if this is still the centerpiece of ADOS, how? How do we monetize Old Block? Right? Can they turn that into a tourist attraction that people all around the country and it's safe and make it, you know what I'm saying? It's the Maze Jackson Show. We're going to be back. When we come back, it's going to be Tell Me Something Good Friday. I want to hear from my candidates, or my elected officials. I want to hear from everybody who local school councils. Tell me something good this week, though. Tell me about the best of Black Chicago, too. Oh, now y'all. Oh, so if I call and tell y'all about the bad stuff, then y'all call in, curse everybody out, talk about what ain't nobody got. What do we have, though? Tell me something good. Tell me about your spot. Tell me about do we have Black spas? I do think the Black hair community. Man, you have been to a Black barbershop on Saturday? Man, Charlie, I love you go to Better Images, boy, you can get a package of everything. Man, for real. It's the Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back. What is the best of Black Chicago? Plus, tell me something good. Wow, wow. We'll be back after these messages.
The Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back after this break. Maze Jackson.
Tune in to the Maze Jackson Show every day, Monday through Friday from 6 to 9 a.m. where you can catch us on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook Live. Plus, from 6:30 to 8, you can get us on WBGX 1570 AM. That's right, it's the Maze Jackson Show, where every single day we ask the question, what's in it for the Black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them, Maze said. We out of here. Peace.
Why money ain't free? Why can't you just give it to me? I don't wanna work for nobody. I'd rather keep doing me. Why money ain't free? Why can't you just give it to me? I don't wanna work for nobody. I'd rather keep doing me. Why money ain't free? Wake up in the morning with the frown on my face, cause I know it's another day that I gotta face. Smile for people I don't wanna see, working at a job that I don't can't you just give it? I don't wanna work for nobody. I'd rather keep you and me. Why money ain't free?
Rocking in that 9 to 5, got your girl hella tired. Why won't they let me be? Now I understand why my mama always used to ask that I think money grew on trees. I got these bills after bills and they just keep coming. Working overtime but my pockets ain't flooding. Yeah, my funds low. Adult life is gas.
Why money ain't free?
Why it ain't free?
Why can't you just give it?
Why can't they just give it to me?
I don't wanna work for nobody. I'd rather
Keep you and me. Why money ain't free? Yeah.
Why can't you just give it to me? I don't wanna work for nobody. I'd rather keep you and me. Why money ain't free?
Why money ain't free? Cause ain't nothing free in this world, man. But I want to hear from y'all. I want to brag on Black Chicago. Yo, Black on Black Chicago. Tell me something good. Yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all. I want some inspiration. Tell me about the good things that are happening in Black Chicago. Cause I think we gotta reshape ourselves. We gotta repivot. We gotta start saying, how do we fit in this space? And how do we make our name, or do we get erased from the history books? Are we just going to be statues, or are we going to take advantage of what is happening in this city, if it's still happening? Give us a call, 872-259-7474, 872-259-7474. Best of Black Chicago. What? So I'm gonna ask y'all to give me y'all list, and I'm doing a post today because I want to see if y'all can do more than complain. That mean me too, because I be talking smack. Shout out to Tribe. Have y'all been to Tribe Restaurant? That is going to be a best of Black Chicago. Riis, you got to check out Tribe. It is a Caribbean restaurant. They got live music every night. Remember the stage that used to be at the Shrine where it's up above the bar? Sort of like that. It's real crazy. It's like super. By the way, it's owned by men of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. But in the 27th Ward, right in Fulton Market. It's called Tribe, right on Lake Street, Riis. Take your lady, get you a table. The band be funking it out. Best of Black Chicago. Pier 31. Summertime. I do want a better steak sandwich. But I'm going to tell you, it's a great place to be outside. Like, what are our wins? Shout out to Chef Eric Williams. Shout out to what they're doing over at Virtue and then Mustard Seed. They took over Chef Luciano's. A couple bars down in the South Loop. Shout out to Pat Dow for allowing the black bars, but we need some more. What y'all got to brag on about Black Chicago? Is there anything still good? Because I'm going to tell you, I think there is a lot, and I think we got to expand it. Mark Carter used to talk about Blacktown. And then I heard a lot of people talk about it, but should there be a hub of blackness in Chicago? I feel like it. You know what the black hub to me used to be? You know where I felt the blackest in Chicago? Not like Madison and Pulaski black. I'm talking about black, Ungawa, black power, black. Do y'all remember when 87th Street from Stony to Jeffrey? Like it was all black owned, all type of, maybe I missed it. Like I felt like you could go over there, you could go to Maxine's, you could go to Wesley's, you could buy you a hat, you could buy you some shoes, you could buy you whatever you wanted. Right? What's my man, Cam and Nate's, remember? But I guess so what's replaced it? Like, how have we, because now I guess why I would talk smack about the fact that we don't have Cam and Nate's. We got leaders. We got pillars, right? That have maybe stepped up into those places. we got agriculture, right? We don't have Smokey Joe's no more, but we got agriculture. We got what's our shorties on the south? Fashion Geek. Like, what is the best of leaders? Definitely leaders. What is the best of Black Chicago? And maybe I need to start making y'all think. Maybe we need to turn that into something. And do it by categories. Riis, I was thinking about, like, we put limbs on the list. That's like cultural to me. That's an experience, if that makes sense. Right? Like, you got to look at, for us, it's every day, but for the rest of the world, how do we monetize that? You market that as an experience. But you know what, to me, for that to be an experience, they have to be. You ever been to a foreign country and they chop off the hands of a tourist, of somebody that messes with a tourist? Because they recognize, like, if you know that black folks and white folks gonna go on a barbecue tour, and you don't want them to go to Green Street Smoke Meats, and they want authentic Southside barbecue, then that means that we got to make sure that nothing happens. Give me a call, 872-259-7474. Riis, they don't want to brag about Chicago? One person. Y'all probably need to move to Bolingbrook. Get y'all some Chicago pride. It's the Maze Jackson Show. Caller, you're on the Maze Jackson Show. Give us a call, 872-259-7474. Tell me something good and brag on Chicago. What's up, caller?
What's up, caller? No, I'm just playing. This is Ruthie. I'm calling to brag about Black Chicago, Maze.
No, wait. We bragging about you.
Maze,
Ruthie.
Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate you so much. And I'm trying to tell y'all, if you want to get involved in local politics, but you don't know what to do, join Black People First so you can get the education. So I appreciate all of the support, all the calls. I'm glad we ain't have to call the people on the people. They tried to do me in.
They tried to do it, y'all.
But thank you so much, Maze. They tried to do me in, Maze. Thank you so much. Your wisdom and your guidance is unmatched, unparalleled. So thank you, Maze. I appreciate you.
Ruthie, I appreciate you, but I'm going to tell you, I was beaming all day yesterday. I was talking about it. Carrie was like, did she win? Did she win? I was like, she won, baby. But look, we was like, do we need to go over there? Like, Carrie was like, don't make me turn into Kiana. I got a race to win right now, but don't make me have to go over here and do my election stuff. Ruthie, we are so proud of you for taking the mantle and going forward. And I know this is the first step. And I just want to say how it was dope yesterday, but I felt like you presented the conundrum that black folks are always in. We know that the rules ain't right, but we just be like, let's just give them one more chance. But see, sometimes you give these people a chance and they'll run away with it. So I'm super glad, and I look forward to you. We're going to be getting community service reports from what's happening at your school. What else is going on, Ruthie?
You know, y'all talking about all this excellence in Black Chicago. I'm looking at these comments, and I'm literally making a list. Like, y'all are so knowledgeable about these places I ain't even never heard of, and I literally consciously seek out to spend money with Black people. So I appreciate this list that y'all gathering up, and I hope we can formalize it in some type of way.
Don't be mad, because it's going to be your job to do it. I'm going to be like, Ruthie, go on my Facebook page. Like, I know you're elected official now, but don't you be walking around here like Black royalty. Keep it with the people, because you know how once y'all get elected, y'all be forgetting about the little people sometimes.
You know, the thing that I think the thing that I really enjoy most is just being amongst the people. So I'm going to say this publicly, but no matter what position if I ever get elected to anything, you already know it's Black people first.
That's what I'm talking about. That's our girl, Ruthie, MF, and my friend Moore. All right, y'all. Thank you, Ruthie. We super proud of you. And we want to, when you go do your swearing in or your first meeting, we coming. We're going to pack the audience. They're going to be like, who is she? Who is this girl? What she got these people coming to her? We watch it. Watch it. That's Ruthie Moore. All right, Riis. Anybody else on the line? Nobody want to talk about the good in the Black Chicago? All right, well, let's tell me something good Friday. Riis, tell me something good, man. What you got?
Not much, man. A little bit of work later on today. You know, I host someone else's event tomorrow, and think I'm gonna.
Do I get a cut? Where you get the gig from?
Where I get the gig from?
Mm-hmm. I'm not your manager. You ain't signed a management contract with me?
No, I ain't signed a management
contract.
Oh,
Riis ain't signed no management contract, y'all. Yeah. See, it's going to be a condition of employment. He going to be like, dang, May's always in my pocket. No, I'm just joking. So, Riis, you hosting? Tell us what you're hosting. Or is it a secret? If it's a secret, then you tell what you're doing.
Just a little paint and sip. Nothing really too big, you know, just doing.
Man, okay, so let me just say this. If you got the mic and you hosting it,
you know I'm right.
Don't minimize it. Right? It's not just a little paint and sip. Our guy Riis the Ruler is hosting an event tomorrow. Y'all, if y'all have an opportunity to check it out, get you some tickets, man, it's gonna be the biggest. It's gonna be the baddest. Hey man, it's my man DJ Riis the Ruler. Riis, don't nobody want to hire you to say my little event. Like, you think somebody gonna be on the page talk about, man, he called my event, yo, you know how somebody be just a little event? No, it's the biggest, baddest. You supposed to be playing rocket ships and blowing it up. Do your thing, man. Make your money.
Yeah, I already know what it is, man. You see my photos on my page, man. You know,
see, that is.
Want to come through, man. Check it out. Y'all ain't got nothing to do. I know it's the Saints Sinners, man. We accept them all. We don't care who come. Be looking for a spot between 4 to 8 to have a good time. No, BS, no drama. Come through. Get your art on. Get your paint on. I'm gonna have the games on the TV. You know, we got raffles. We got all that. Come through, support. If you need a ticket, it's on my page.
And guess what? So I'm gonna do this again. So Riis, you know how you said everybody know because it's on your page?
It's on my page, man.
I'm looking, man. So what's your page, Riis? Let me help you. What page?
Oh, man.
Who do everybody?
Hobby, big ball is my hobby, man. If you see me commenting, that's me. It's a picture of me straightening up my son, like a neck collar. So
hey, Riis, you'd be surprised at how many people don't even know you're Chemo Sabi Big Ball, and it's my hobby.
Yeah,
that's your. So that is your opportunity to inform. I know you big time, Riis. I know you. You my first go to $1 million guy. Right?
I'm gonna hit it.
I know you're gonna hit it. But Riis, give them all the information. Don't assume, right? Because I know it's just our little platform. It's just our little platform. It's just our little show we do, right? But on this platform, make sure you give people the opportunity. And the reason I was telling you that is blow the client up. Yeah. Right, you gotta cut, so don't shortchange them. They be like, man, you heard Riis say my joint was blah 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 blah. I heard it. I'm just telling you, I know y'all millennials be cool. Y'all be moseying on up.
Yeah, just relax. I'm just laid back with it. Man. I'm Chemo Sabi. Big Ball is my hobby on Facebook. Everywhere else is I screw I nut out bolt. ISCR3WINUTIBOLT. It's the ruler. So I'm gonna have a crazy one like that. So that's right. I screw I nut out bolt. Find me on any other social media. But yeah, man, y'all come on now, man. It's gonna be beautiful tomorrow, man. It's gonna be almost 80 degrees in the 70s, man. So come on out. BYOB, enjoy yourself. It'll be food there, vendors there. So it's kind of by I guess like Jackson Park, like southeast. So we will give you the location like 3 hours before, just in case somebody watches.
Hey, I just feel like we shouldn't. I think we should be. Is it legal to smoke outside? Did we discuss that? Like if I put a table outside and smoked outside, is that okay?
Yeah, sit right there on there. Okay. Right, you breaking no laws.
All right. We're going to talk about that at a little later date. Mace Jackson show. I want to congratulate Ruthie Moore, Devin Gordine, Stephen Mitchell, Lori K. Westerfield, and Tennille's going to find out if Sister Save a Lot won.
That's beautiful for them, and that's really to tell me something good. You seen how this... everybody coming out.
Mm-hmm. Is that real or no?
That's real.
All right, caller, you on the Mace Jackson show. Give us a call. 872-259-7474.
Man.
Hello?
Hey, Ruthie.
Hello?
Hey, hello? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. What's going on? Who this caller?
Oh, this is Taylor.
Oh, what's up, Taylor? How you feeling, man? What's going on?
Just driving in traffic, listening to you guys.
All right. Well, tell me something good. Home. Oh, you went to work. You must work the night shift.
Man, I'm working a night shift.
Remember that song?
I'm dead in rush hour traffic.
You ain't going against it? Man, you must live in a fancy place. You going downtown. All right, so tell me something good, Taylor.
Well, we always got have our old school picnic. I mean, that's number one.
Okay.
But you talking about shoes and Kevin H. went down 87th Street. You brought back memories. We still got Wesley's over there in Hyde Park because I get my son's shoes from there. Daughter's shoes. They have all types of shoes and coats and everything now. And then Jordan's Beauty Supply, I think it's on 79th and Constance between Stoney and Jeffrey. They've been there since like 73 or something.
All right, well, we need to get
those are my go-to staples.
All right, well, we got to check that out. Cam and Nate's, thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Cam and Nate's, even though they not in business no more, they got Cameron B's, the next generation. I think are they on 83rd? I think Cameron B's is on 83rd. I think Val Warner is one of their big-time models. What's the best of Black Chicago, though? Also, tell me something good. Riis, you watching Yellowstone?
Man, I don't even watch. I told you.
Okay, I know.
TV.
Oh, right. Can I just tell y'all something? If you got Paramount Plus, you gotta watch Yellowstone. There's so many lessons up in that bad boy. It's like Game of Thrones. Man, Joe, check out Yellowstone. Tell me your best in black. Okay, you cannot say best in black without saying Solo Beauty Supply. Shout out to my girl Nidra. What's the best black venue?
TP.
Best Black Social Club has changed. It's going to be called the Obsidian. However, do we have black social clubs like with headquarters? Like what's the best black low key chill spot? Like, nobody want to tell you because then it don't be low key no more, right? Best black restaurant, fast or seated. Y'all don't want to do that. I want to do the best black. Who is the best black local band? Like, who is the best black? You know what I want to do? What about a versus? Let's do a versus let's do a food versus. Who got the best barbecue out west? So we're going to put Limbs versus Joe's? Nah. Limbs probably the most famous remaining barbecue joint. I mean, white people do Robinson.
Is Coleman still?
I don't even know if Coleman still exists.
Right?
But people used to always say Coleman's, but I don't know, man.
They be open on Monday, and then they open in Saturday.
Wiley's, though, I'll put Wiley's up there. Wiley's ain't no joke. Riis. Black churches. Who got the best black church in the city?
You know everybody gonna say John Hanna.
What?
John Hanna.
You think John Hanna got the best black church? You think it's bigger than Apostolic? You think John Hanna bigger than Otis Moss? Oh, that's a versus. That's a versus. John Hanna versus Otis Moss. All right, let's think about this. What's the best Chicago versus? Like, not artists, but just barbecue versus barbecue. Church versus church. Who got the best church choir? Right? What's the best? Yeah, I want to know. Who church you think got the best? Who got the coldest black church in the city? Does it count how many services you got?
Nah.
Yeah, got to, Riis. You got Riis. If you ain't got 3 services, you ain't even in the.
But if your morning service banging so hard, then you know, like.
Nah. So there's 2 different kinds. Okay, who got the best mega church? The biggest is Trinity a mega church? I feel like it's a medium church with 3 services.
Yeah, probably medium, yeah.
Who got the Walt Whitman versus Chicago Children's Choir? Y'all don't want that. Look, Tennille about to get mad. Of course, Walt Whitman against the Chicago Children's Choir. All right, how about this one? What's the best TV station in Chicago? 257-932. Who got the best weatherman? Y'all don't want to touch that. Y'all gonna say Tom Skilling? I like Cheryl.
We don't even know the weatherman.
You crazy?
I don't even know.
You crazy? People know the weatherman.
The millennials probably do not know the.
They be like, "Hey Siri,
hey Siri, right? Hey Siri, what's the weather?"
Is Channel 7 still the black news channel? Is Channel 7 like when you turn on the TV? Where do you start? If you start on 257-932, maybe 32.
I was just gonna say probably Fox, and I remember that as a kid, and it'd probably be because of my brother. Every morning, my brother would put on Fox.
Well, man, Fox used to be the black channel though. Then it was UPN. Like everybody, when they want to kick it off with the black people, and then they kick us to the curb and go to Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Okay, who you think is the bigger preacher? Yeah, for real. Otis Moss or John Henner? Y'all don't want to do that. Y'all be sensitive. Best black liquor store. Best black bar. Best black clothing store.
I like the battle. The best black liquor. It'd probably be Kenwood. I think
Kenwood ain't black though.
I guess.
Would be the ones that black people use.
Oh, so I guess
Kenbark beverage. That's right. Not a liquor store. It's a beverage shop.
Oh, they ain't got all these things.
Shop. Is there another one? Let's see. Yeah, y'all say Otis Moss will beat John Hanna? Oh, we should have a preacher battle. Let's see, Riis. Who else? Let me see. What else would you be battling? We got the best sit-down restaurant. Let's do Peaches versus what's the one everybody used to go to all the time?
The cocktail thing, whatever.
No, Batter and Berries. Peaches versus Batter and Berries. Who got the best? Who got the best? Riis, I don't want to do who got the best social media show. I wouldn't even count myself in that though. Who is the best young black activist? If we did a versus, Will Calloway versus Jamal Green. Jamal Green, who win? Would that be bogus to do? No, I mean, I'm just saying, just in a battle.
You know Jamal gonna say that he gonna.
Jamal, he probably about to troll me now. He already got mad talking about stop taking Willie money. Ain't nobody take no Willie money. Who win between the Urban League and the NAACP? I think the Urban League in Chicago because they got the best concert. They always had the best concerts. Who throws the best events in Chicago? Do we still have promoters? I don't even know that there are promoters because I don't even know if it's venues to promote. Who's the best DJ? Steppers? Hip hop, young and old. You think Ferris? I still think Ferris might be the top dog in the state, in the city still.
His name still resigns.
I think Ferris might still be Ferris might be 60 years old. Ferris is still number one. Ferris, I remember getting off the expressway when we came to Chicago when I was like 15 and they'd be like, DJ Ferris. Who is the best, do we have black clubs? Riis, I'm probably for y'all. What's the best, y'all be going to the strip clubs now, man.
I don't go. I told you I didn't get old. I don't go nowhere. I don't go nowhere where I feel like it might be a gun and somebody like I don't go to no clubs, especially in Chicago. So I haven't been to a club in Chicago probably in about 6 years.
That's kind of like, is there any place for us to go? Like, where do we go? Where do you go to kick it?
All depends. You know, I may go bowling at Dalton Bowl. You know, I may go eat at, like I said, I've been lately eating at the new little restaurant. I told you, TikTok really put me on places to go, ironically. So I really just be trying out new places that I've never been and just attend. So, like, I try to do, like, black-owned and stuff like that. So I support WIIFTBP a lot. Like they stay on Groupon. So I always buy their Groupons and then go there. So, yeah.
Well, oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because you end up paying like $6. Like the whole meal probably be like $17.
Don't they be looking at you funny, though? Like, do they? I always feel like when you, huh?
I said, you put it on Groupon. I didn't.
Riis, I always feel like they put it on Groupon and then be mad at you for using it.
You put this on Groupon, but I always tip the waiter, so like the waiter good. So you know what I'm saying. So you got the money already.
That's how I be feeling like when you stay at a hotel and you booked it through Expedia. They be looking at you different. I be like, dog,
right? You put
y'all don't have y'all better get a better marketing department than Expedia then.
Right.
And with the plane too. Oh yeah, I'm taking the Expedia deal. Be mad if you want to.
Yeah, that's what I tell them. I pull it out. Here you go, right here. But they do be mad. You got a Groupon? Yes, I do.
Oh, Tennille, why you trying to be spicy today? Tennille, like, what black art? Man, I can't afford no black art. Just playing. Nah. I did buy me some art though. I want to put some art at Obsidian. You know, we still trying to meet the peoples where they at. All right, y'all, it's the Maze Jackson Show. This has been a good week, and I'm actually ready to wrap it up. I think I got 2 meetings today, and after my 2 meetings, Riis, I'm about to call Ruthie and be like, what is this? It's 422. We missed 420. We missed 421. No, I'm just joking. I got work to do. Plus, Aunt Tennille, you know, if we got to ride out to Bolingbrook, just let me know. All right, y'all. It is the Maze Jackson Show. It has been a great week. I want to thank you all. Be prepared for me to share less game over the course of time. Get you some light and fluffy. Because if I tell you too much, then you'll be mad and you won't even listen to the stuff I told you. So, it's the Maze Jackson Show. We're going to be back. Hey, I want to send a big shout out to my girl, Tamiko Holt today. Y'all send up the prayers. Send up one for her. You know, she has been rocking with us forever and a day. Not in the business, but y'all make sure y'all send one up for her. So, for Maze and Riis and Ruthie, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, where every single day, Tennille, you know Tennille had people buying dead plants yesterday? Do not use your social media for evil, Aunt Tennille. Talk about some, look at these dead plants, go buy them and save them. Don't nobody want to buy no rescue plants. Riis, you got time to rescue look, she got a rescue dog, now she want to rescue the plants? Look, man.
You're amazed how many people will probably go out there and...
No, I'm telling you, I'm sure when I went by Lowe's the other day, it was people shopping in the dead plant section. Talk, I can revive it. We can save them. But anyway, it is the Maze Jackson Show. So for Maze and Riis and Ruthie, I am the host where every single day we ask the question, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you should still tell them. Maze said, we out of here. Peace.
Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts. Man, Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Manuel's another case, he was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happened in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you could put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gonna sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to send it. We need some different players in the game to handle business. Too many shady characters like Madigan and Blago. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA get spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steal on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let us give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And I'm concealed carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks.